All right, I'm here with the man himself, Big Jay Cutler, making his return to the Olympia stage this year. We're here in Pittsburgh. Jay, a little guest posing out there earlier with some of the boys. How'd it go?
You know, it went well. I mean, the crowd was receptive, and of course, we're here with MD covering that, so can't get any better than that. Pittsburgh Championships, Olympia preview, stepping back on this stage. I missed it last year, and it was exciting.
Well, Jay, you heard the audience response when I asked a big question, of course. Does anybody here think Jay Cutler can take number 5? And you heard the audience went absolutely crazy. But that fan base, even though you weren't on stage last year, has not diminished at all.
You know, I've been lucky. I've been active, and you know, of course, coverage on MD. You know, talking about my comeback, and you know, having the Olympia series, of course, with the online filming, and of course, the issues have been pumping it up. So it's given me the huge exposure. I've been actively out there. Obviously with the BPI brands and now the launch of the Jay Cutler Elite Series. So I'm touring consistently and, you know, getting out there and seeing the fans and taking the time out. Why now in June I'll shut it down and start training for the contest.
Jay, let me ask you this now. You're kind of in uncharted waters here in a time that you actually haven't been on stage, probably the most inactive time in your pro career. So how's the training been going? Has it been any different? You know, how's the motivation and all that kind of stuff?
The training has been a little inconsistent from what I'm used to, that's for sure. I think it's given my body a good break. I think I'm trying to look at the positive side of it and obviously not eating to the amounts of foods that I'm used to eating. Now, of course, buckling down, I've gotten a little stricter. I've put on a little more size. Still not where I need to be in order to be a front runner in this competition, but I will be. I'm certainly sure that I'll get back at it, and the size is going to come back. I'm just focused on bringing something different than I ever have as far as conditioning, and my condition is decent right now. It's not the best, but it's a good spot for me to be. I'm not a huge body weight right now, but I'll be at that point here in the next couple months.
Jay, now you and Phil are obviously in reversed roles here. Him as the champ now, you as the challenger. Does that change your approach at all when you say you want to bring something different? Is it something that you have to tailor because he is the champ and you got to come after him, or is it something basically that you just want to do?
Nah, man. You know, I still have all the tools. I just need to find the right place to put it all together, and I feel I can do that. My confidence is actually building every time I've been around Phil. You know, I get more confident actually being with these guys and seeing what everyone's doing and getting back in the gym and training each day. Things are progressing. I'm not regressing, and everyone may think, I know on paper it doesn't sound possible for me to come back and win, but you know, I'm kind of tired of the talk, to be honest. I just want to let me do what I need to do and let me get on the stage in September 27th and lay it all on the line in Vegas.
Well, speaking of uncharted waters, Jay, you did launch your own brand this year. Obviously, you've been very active and very busy promoting that out there. Has that created any challenges with the training? Like you mentioned, it's been a little bit inconsistent, I assume, because of that. But trying to balance the business now with the bodybuilding, difficult?
It's difficult. I mean, any time you're working and not just eating meals and going to the gym, that becomes a chore itself. Obviously, I've been used to being a bodybuilder. I've traveled my whole career. I've worked more probably than anyone has, still doing these guest appearances. But you know, the places I'm going don't have the best facilities. Sometimes they don't have the best foods. I'm traveling much international now, so I'm missing the food in the States. I was just on a 3-week tour where I did Germany, Australia, Brazil. Didn't come home once. Here now for a couple weeks, and then I head to Body Power and then to Germany for another tour before I shut down for the Olympia. And of course, this weekend is always hectic. I was home for 12 hours between Brazil. I got on a flight, came here. Of course, the Pittsburgh Championships, and then tomorrow I go to the Jay Cutler Classic, which is in Boston, Mass. I'm sure MD will be there covering that event also.
Of course.
And you know, we're just rolling with the punches. I mean, it's business as usual, and once again trying to be the best in the world.
Well, Jay, just off the beaten track a little bit, but your boy Marc Anthony came out on top here tonight, back into the winner's circle. I know you guys are close friends, and you kind of guide him in his career. After he took that loss this last competition, now he had 3 wins in a row, undefeated, basically the face, as it would be, of men's physique. All of a sudden finds himself in a 5th place position, again in uncharted waters. Did he come to you seeking any advice? Did you have any words of encouragement for him in getting back to his form and being back into the winner's circle here tonight?
You know, he handled it pretty well. I mean, I think he just got in front of a judging panel that wanted some change. I think he went back to drawing board. I know he works closely with George. You know, I've had a lot of conversations with George lately, and he assured me he would win here. I assured Marc that he could win here. And Marc went to work, man. He worked these last couple of weeks to bring in better condition, and you know, he's doing the
man himself. Come on in, Marc. We're just Jay was just talking all kinds of mad trash about you, man.
So he was, you know, I know he was in Vegas. You know, we talk every day, all day long, and all through the night. And you know, he was always just, you know, either he was doing cardio, eating his fish, or you know, he didn't complain much. I mean, that's one thing with him. He doesn't complain a lot when he has work to do, but you know, he was confident coming in here. I think he knew that he was going to take it. He's got a great team, and you know, why don't you say a few things? I don't know. You speak. You step in. And speak. I'm not going to speak for you. I'm tired of speaking.
He's been talking way too much already. Yeah. But I was just asking Jay, actually, before you stepped up, you find yourself in uncharted waters, unfamiliar territory, with a loss. You know, certainly, you know, 3 wins, obviously, pretty much the face of the men's physique to that point. So was it different for you now getting ready? Now, we talked after that that last competition where you didn't do as well as you should have.
Right.
And I know you said you used some of those words as motivation.
Absolutely, yeah. You said to me something that was playing in my mind all the time. You said, you came here, you opened the door, and you let them all pass you. So I didn't want that to happen again, and I know there was a bigger audience here. Like Jay said, I just do my work. Whatever they want me to, George wants me to do, I follow it. I don't complain. And, you know, it worked out well for me tonight. But, you know, you fall and you rise. I think the loss in LA was a good thing for me. And, that, you know, that's what happens sometimes.
Well, it looks like you got back on track. Looks like you went back to what worked, and obviously brought your best package here, come out once again on top. So, but it looks like that confidence is kind of back and restored. And my question to you is now you're looking at your mentor, Jay, getting ready for the Olympia. Does he have that fire in his eyes to take on Phil and the crew?
You guys have no idea. You saw him in 2009, that was nothing. He's coming back this year stronger than ever, and I guarantee he'll be the 5-time Mr. Olympia.
Guarantee from the champ himself. All right, thank you, Marc.
We talk about it all the time. I mean, this is his goal, is to be in the Olympia with the physique. He was waiting for it last year. It didn't happen. Now this year, of course, they incorporated the men's physique Olympia. You know, that's his whole goal is set. Obviously, you know, he has business to do to get there, but his passion is to win the Olympia men's physique title. So now it's going to be good once he gets through these shows. I know you're heading to another contest, but you know, we'll be training in Vegas and, you know, kind of feeding off each other, and it's like I'm going for my first one too. So I'm trying to get back to where I was. I missed last year, so I feel like I'm on the outside. So I think we can kind of work together, even though I'm working on a different scale than he is. My meals are about 4 times the size of his.
Yeah.
Let's hope you guys got different programs for what you're bringing. But, well, no more a more dangerous Jay Cutler than one who's chasing the titles. You did many years with Ronnie Coleman, of course, and then 4 years as the champ. So big questions here. Can Jay Cutler strive for 5? Can he make it happen? We'll see at the Olympia this year. So keep tuned in to MD. We'll bring you all the coverage from these shows right up until Olympia Day, where you'll see Marc taking his place on the Olympia stage for the first time.